Few days ago, I walked into my apartment living room and sat down. My sisters and husband were sprawled on the couch, binge watching reruns of America's Next Top Model. As I looked around the room, I took note of what everyone was eating for dinner. And this is what I saw. One of the girls were eating ice cream straight from the tub. The other was eating a bag of flaming hot Cheetos with a side of Oreos. My dear, sweet husband was eating a bag of powdered donut holes, washed down with this little bottle of Kool-Aid. Who needs vegetables? Fruits, when you can have donut holes and Kool-Aid instead. Refined sugars are everywhere, and sugar addiction is a real problem that we as people face. If we can make an effort to limit our intake, our mental, emotional, and physical health will improve. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 6 teaspoons of added sugar per day for women and about 9 teaspoons for men. The United States Department of Agriculture reports that the average American consumes between 150 to 170 pounds of refined sugar in a year. That's equal to about 6 cups of refined sugar consumed in a week, or to break it down even more, 42.5 teaspoons per day. And that's approximately 7 times the recommended amount of sugar intake per day. So, what does this matter? Well, let's take a look at what too much sugar can do to our brain. First, I'd like to mention that the human brain needs sugar every day to function. Brain cells actually require 2 times the energy needed than any other cell in your body. This energy comes from glucose, otherwise known as blood sugar. However, research conducted by various doctors, nutritionists, and neuroscientists proves that when too much refined sugar is consumed, it first can impair your memory and learning skills. A study conducted by researchers at UCLA found that a diet high in fructose, which is just another word for sugar, hinders learning and memory by literally slowing down your brain. To further confirm this UCLA study, a team of scientists at the University of Montreal and Boston College were also able to link excess glucose consumption to memory and cognitive deficiency. In both of these studies, it was concluded that the reason that sugar has these effects on your brain is because it causes brain cells to age and die at a more rapid pace. Overconsumption of added sugar also causes your brain to trigger this intense cycle of cravings. Neuroscientist Jordan Gaines Lewis explains that when a person consumes sugar, signals are sent to their brain, causing a surge of feel-good hormones to be released. This causes an attachment. It convinces you that you need more, and more sugar equals more problems. This addiction begins to affect not only your mind, but your body as well. So what damage can a little bit of extra sugar do to your body? Well, first off, it can overload and damage your liver. The liver uses this type of sugar called fructose to make fat. Too much refined sugar causes a fatty buildup that commonly leads to liver disease. Your liver actually metabolizes sugar much in the same way as alcohol, and it can be just as damaging. According to the American Public Health Association, excess sugar in your body has adverse effects on not just your liver, but your teeth, joints, skin, heart, pancreas, and kidneys as well. It's also proven to be a main cause of metabolic dysfunction. Symptoms of classic metabolic dysfunction syndrome include weight gain, abdominal obesity, elevated blood sugar, as well as high blood pressure. Metabolic dysfunction can also be linked to causing emotional stress. Chronically high blood sugar levels have been linked to inflammation of the brain. Research conducted by the Emory University School of Medicine suggests that neuroinflammation may be one of the leading causes of depression. This is all pretty serious damage that too much sugar can have on our mind, our body, and our emotions. So now what? Well, let's take a look at what will happen to us when we limit our sugar intake. According to nutrition specialist Dr. Ian K. Smith, first, your body will experience withdrawal symptoms. Then, you will begin to overcome cravings. You will lose weight, Your memory will improve. Your immune system will get stronger. Your risk for various health-related diseases will majorly decrease, and you will have more quality sleep. And let's face it, who doesn't need that as a college student? According to the American Heart Association, cutting back on refined sugar may actually be easier than you think. A few tips that they suggest are to first, toss out table sugar. This includes white and brown sugars, honey, syrup, and molasses. If you feel like you just can't live without these, try to cut the usual amount that you consume in half and continue to wean down from there. Another great tip is to swap out soda for sugar-free or low-calorie options. Water would be the best alternative. Try to eat more fruit. Fresh, canned, and dried fruit are all great options, but be cautious of canned fruit that come in heavy syrup. Try to find canned fruit that comes in water or natural juices. The last tip that they suggest is to try to find healthier substitutes. For example, I personally just started using applesauce in my baking, or a banana to sweeten my morning smoothie instead of sugar. If I can do it, you can too. The fact of the matter is that refined sugars are everywhere. However, if you make an effort to limit your intake, your mental, emotional, and physical health will improve. I implore you to join with me and start making the change today. Your body and your mind will thank you.